Should I just keep adding on more Halloween accessories? Like with each book? That'd be fun. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is HimaJen. I am a Japan-based booktuber. I am also an English teacher, so I have a variety of fun Halloween-themed accessories from Daiso, the Japanese dollar store. Today I want to talk about my spooky TBR to be read, books I am planning to read this October. So as I said, I live in Japan and I am currently studying for a Japanese proficiency test that I will be taking on December 1st. So I gotta read all of these textbooks. Those over there. We're just gonna pretend like I have all the time in the world, that I'm not a full-time teacher, that I'm not trying to master my second language, and pretend like I have tons of time for reading. The first book, spooky, creepy, horror, gory, whatever, book I want to read this October is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. J. Kristoff co-authored some of my favorite books of all time, The Illuminae Files, Aurora Rising, and I'm excited to dive into Nevernight and see what he is going to bring to the table, just his writing. I've heard that he is quite the savage. He has no problem killing off beloved characters. If you have been following my channel, you'll know that I ordered a special edition copy of Dark Dawn, the UK version. So I ordered the Goldsboro copy. The UK covers are totally different from the American covers. Once I special ordered that copy of Dark Dawn, I was like, okay, I'll just buy Nevernight and God's Grave in the UK covers. Let me go and order those. You can't get them. They are like hundreds of dollars. So I guess I'm gonna have Nevernight and God's Grave in the American editions and Dark Dawn in the UK edition. That's not gonna look weird at all. All I know about this book is that it is about a 16-year-old girl named Mia Corvair. She witnessed her father executed for treason. She's pissed off. She's out for blood. So I think she enters an assassin school and she is gonna go taken on some people. Have you ever seen that movie with Liam Neeson? She's gonna go kill some people, and this is definitely an adult book, so adult themes, gory, lots of violence. I think there are some sexual things in here as well, so not for children. Very, very pumped for this book. I feel like I'm gonna love it. I feel like this is gonna become one of my new favorite series. I've seen what J. Kristoff can do and my expectations are high. Can we just take a moment to appreciate my Ouija board dress? I mean, is it not amazing? I got it from ModCloth a few years ago. I don't know if it's still available. The next book I plan to read for October is The Devouring Grey by Christine Herman. I have heard nothing but good things about this book. I've heard it's very spooky, very atmospheric. Let's read the back. On the edge of town, a beast haunts the woods. Trapped in the gray, its bonds loosening. Uprooted from the city, Violet Saunders doesn't have much hope of fitting in at her new school in Four Paths, a town almost buried in the woodlands of rural New York. Blah, 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 blah. When bodies start to appear in the woods. Heyo! I heard it's about a creepy town and some creepy fog and some monsters in the town. Perfect for Halloween, right? Christine Herman is on Twitter and she's an author that's been quite successful, but she is still accessible on Twitter. So I think I sent her a picture of my TBR and she was like, that's a good looking TBR. So I don't know, it's always fun when you connect with authors on Twitter because they seem like these untouchable beings, but they're just regular people. Obviously I had to get the hot pink sprayed edges, like it was an instant buy for me. The next book I want to read is Obsidian, which is book 3 of the Illuminae files. This is a sci-fi book, so you wouldn't automatically think of it as a good fit for a Halloween spooky TBR, but these books are real creepy. I read Gemina last month, and I read Illuminae when? In July, I think? And I just love this series. So it's sci-fi, thriller, horror, there's a little bit of romance mixed in. It's everything. And I'm so excited to read this last book, but at the same time, I don't want it to end. So the story, just slip that off. It's told in mixed media. I'm sure you guys have heard about the Illuminae files. They've been out for years, but it's told in mixed media. For me, the Illuminae files is a series that when you hear about it, it's like, oh, that sounds like a really cool series. And the execution is even better. It's just beautifully, masterfully done. I enjoyed the heck out of the first 2 books. If you have never heard the plot before, basically it is about an evil corporation that attacks this planet. There are people that survive the attack and then they flee, and then the corporation is chasing them. Why the corporation wants to murder all these people, we don't know. The first book dealt with a malfunctioning AI or artificial intelligence system that was doing some creepy stuff. There was a creepy plague. I'm like treading very lightly because I don't want to see any spoilers. Book 1 focused on Katie and Ezra. Book 2 focused on Hannah and Nicholas. And book 3, I believe, is focused on different characters as well, but I'm hoping that characters that we know and love from the first 2 books will appear in this book. Honestly, I have no idea what this book is about. Gonna have something to do with the corporation that's trying to murder them all, and I just can't wait for it. So pumped. Oh man, these are so itchy. The next book I want to read, I do not have a physical copy of it. I own it on ebook, and that is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. So I am looking at a picture of it. It's such a cool cover. I want to buy the book just for that cover alone because I'm a child of the 80s. It's made to look like vintage VHS. A lot of young people don't even know what VHS is. So they were videotapes that came out before DVDs, okay? I don't even really know what this book is about. Hang on, I'm gonna read the synopsis. Abby and Gretchen have been best friends since 5th grade when they bonded over a shared love of E.T., roller skating parties, yes, and scratch and sniff stickers, oh, also yes. When they arrive at high school, things change. Gretchen begins to act different. As the strange coincidences and bizarre behavior start to pile up, Abby realizes that there's only one possible explanation. Gretchen, her favorite person in the world, has a demon living inside of her. What? I guess, is it gonna be like a horror, thriller, comedy type thing? Because that would be cool. I don't know. I just want to read it for that freaking awesome cover and for the nostalgia factor. Not really sure what to expect about this one, but I'm excited nonetheless. The accessories, you guys, they're getting out of hand. Okay, hang on. How's that? The next book I want to read is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. Another book that I don't own the physical copy of. I've mentioned before, but I live in Japan. I have to be very careful with the amount of books that I buy because in a couple years I am planning to return to America, and I don't want to have to ship, you know, hundreds of books back because that's gonna cost a lot of money. But this cover, can we just agree this is like textbook Halloween-y, spooky, witchy, wonderful, magical. I love this cover. And is there holo on there too? Might have to get it. I might have to get it. All right, let's see what it's about. Welcome to the Cursed Town of Sparrow. Okay, so another book about a spooky town where 2 centuries ago, 3 sisters were sentenced to death for witchery. Stones were tied to their ankles and they were drowned in the deep waters surrounding the town. Now for a brief time each summer, the sisters return, stealing the bodies of 3 weak-hearted girls. Yikes. So that they may seek their revenge, luring boys into the harbors and pulling them under. Any book that talks about murdering men, count me in. It looks like it's gonna be, Jesus. It looks like it's gonna be, is it YA? It might be YA. Looks like it's gonna be YA, witchy, maybe a little bit of romance, suspenseful romance. I'm excited for it. There's no better time of year to read it, it sounds like. 3.82 out of 5 on Goodreads. It's not phenomenal, but oh, my friend Laura read it. She only gave it 3 stars. We'll give it a go. We'll see, who knows. I do kind of like going into books with lower expectations because then I don't get disappointed. Oh, can I fit this other hat? Oh. The next book I want to read is Pumpkinheads by, is it Rainbow Rowell or Rainbow Roll? This book looks so freaking cute. It is a graphic novel about 2 kids who work in a pumpkin patch. I mean, come on. Is there anything more fall than that? I don't think so. I gotta be honest, I read Fangirl by Rainbow Roll. I didn't love it. I also know that she's at the center of a lot of controversy because a novel that she published called Eleanor and Park. I've never read it personally, but a lot of people found it to be racist. So I'm unsure whether I want to buy this book or not, whether I want to support this author. So like I said, I'm not sure if I want to buy this book, if I want to support this author, and at the same time, I don't want to buy graphic novels not in digital form because you read through them so quickly. I don't know, it just feels like a waste to buy them, but then at the same time you don't get the, it's just a different experience when you're reading a book and you're holding it in your hand versus, you know, ebooks. I just love fall so much. I love pumpkin patches, and it's been 2 years since I've been back to America, and it's been 3 years since I've experienced fall in America. So I've been in Japan for, wait, 4 years. I don't know. It's been a long time. I am the biggest basic bitch white girl on the planet. I love pumpkin spice anything. My hedgehogs are named after pumpkin spice. Pumpkin and latte. I love fall. I love boots and scarves and scented candles and tights and dresses and cardigans. The book is so fall themed. I'm very torn. If you have read this book and you liked it, please leave a comment down below. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to it. The last book on my TBR, so I've got 1 more left, and then I'm gonna have 2 honorable mentions. If I can get to them, I'm gonna try. But the last book on my list is Saw Kill Girls by Claire Legrand. Again, I don't know too much about this book. I've just seen it everywhere on BookTube. Bookables, one of my favorite YouTubers, she talked about it. So let's take a look. It says, beware of the woods and the dark, dank, deep. Dank. He'll follow you home and he won't let you sleep. Who are the Sawkill girls? Marion, the new girl, awkward and plain. Zoe, the pariah, luckless and lonely. Val, the queen bee, gorgeous and privileged. Their stories come together on the island of Sawkill Rock, where gleaming horses graze in rolling pastures, where kids whisper the legend of an insidious monster at parties and around campfires. Ooh. When girls have been disappearing for decades, stolen away by a ravenous evil, no one has dared to fight until now. A few of my friends, people that I follow on Goodreads, have rated it highly, so I am excited for it. Another book about a spooky town, a spooky monster. Yeah, that's why this is called a spooky TBR, I guess. I like the cover. I'm not obsessed with it like I am for The Wicked Deep or my best friend's Exorcism, but I do like it, and it sounds fun. Fun, spooky, that's what we're all about. wearing almost all of the Halloween accessories that I own. I have an honorable mention that I would like to get to, and that is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsin Muir. Just listen to this. Lesbian necromancers explore a haunted gothic palace in space. Yeah! I received this book with its super cool black sprayed edges in an Illumicrate box. It has been all over BookTube, all over Book Twitter, Bookstagram, whatever. This book is everywhere. Unfortunately, people do not seem to be loving this book. Oh, it was blurbed by V.E. Schwab. Hang on. And I love her. The Emperor needs necromancers. The ninth necromancer needs a swordsman. Gideon has a sword, some dirty magazines, and no more time for undead nonsense. I'm gonna have to read it for myself and see if it's as disappointing as people are saying. I guess a lot of people have said that wonderful idea but poor execution, and that's always disappointing when a book does that, but I'm gonna have to read it for myself. We shall see. And just the look of it just screams Halloween. Oh, is that a skull I saw? Oh, yeah, hang on. How cool is that? Look at that, it's even spookier than I thought. We love a good skull, don't we? The last honorable mention, so again, not a priority, but if I can get to this book, I'm gonna try. And that is The Bones of You by Debbie Howells. So my friend Savannah read this book. So this is her copy, but she used to live in Japan and she recently moved back to America, and so she left this book in my care. It says, I have a gardener's inherent belief in the natural order of things. Soft petaled flowers that go to seed, the resolute passage of the seas. You learn a second language and then your first language degrades, and the resolute passage of the seasons. Children who don't die before their parents. When 18-year-old Rosie Anderson disappears, life in the idyllic village where she grew up is never the same again. I'm pretty sure my friend Savannah liked it. I think she gave it 4 stars, which is a high rating. A spooky town. Girls disappearing. God damn it, there's a freaking spider. Oh God, I gotta kill it now. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I know some people don't like it when you kill spiders, but I don't kill spiders outside, but if they come into my house, I gotta do it. I feel bad. So yeah, this is a book I'm gonna try to get to along with Gideon the Ninth. We'll see if I've got time. I've really got to study for this Japanese test I am taking coming up. That about does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what you are reading down below. I would love to hear it. If you like bookish content, if you like Japan, if you like hedgehogs, I have 2 hedgehogs, then please subscribe. It's free. I hope you have a wonderful, spooky, delightful Halloween, and I will see you in my next video.